Welcome back. My name is Gabe Charay. Sometimes you record a video and then you have to record the video again because I didn't check my SD card and it had not enough space to record everything. So hopefully it'll be as cool as the first one because the first one was pretty cool. So take two. So what am I talking about today? I'm talking about putting noise in your musical stuff. So today I'm going to use a synthesizer to do it and a tape player. I'm also going to use like an iPad to throw some sound in here. Just because I have this tape player doesn't mean you have to have like kind of this cool little field recorder tape player to make cool like field recorded type sounds. I'm not saying that at all. I'll show you that the iPad is just as cool. So on the Matriarch, there's an instrument input, and usually that's for like bringing in an instrument from the outside, and you can affect it with all of the controls on the Matriarch. But you can also bring in noise from the outside to sort of enhance or degrade the sound that you're trying to make on the synthesizer. Most synthesizers come with some sort of built-in noise, parameter that you can mess with. So on the Matriarch, we have this sort of like noise knob here. So if you want like a little bit of noise in your sound, of course the filter and everything affects that noise sound. It gives it a little something something. Sometimes noise is used for percussive effects too, or like just sound effects. Obviously wind, things like that. But you could also set it to get a very like short sound, like a hi-hat or something. So there you have like a hi-hat. Yeah. So that's what noise is usually considered for, something like that. In order to hear the noise that you want to bring in or the sound you want to bring into the Matriarch, you need to set the Matriarch to the drone mode on the VCA. I turn down all the oscillators and I turn the cutoff frequency all the way up so the filter is all the way open. I have a tape here. This is like a random tape that I just record stuff to. I'm not sure what it's going to do. I'm just going to play it so we can hear it. I've probably used this on previous recordings, probably the grandmother videos that I did in the past. Go check those out, they're pretty cool. So now you can hear the sound, and of course this can be affected by the Matriarch. I can affect the cutoff, resonances. Let's go easy on the resonances, Gabe. You can use delay. Oh, I have the delay set really freaky. Let me pull it back a little bit. There we go. So you can already do some cool like sound design stuff with just the noise itself. So, in order to hear the Matriarch itself, I have to turn up all the oscillators. Right now they're all down, so you're only hearing the sound that's coming in through the instrument input. So, let's bring in some oscillators. I'm not sure what they're playing. So it's probably just one at this moment. You can still hear the sound in the background. Got the arpeggiator on. So the thing with drone mode is that the notes will hold because the VCA is open, so they're not going to stop. So now I can turn the VCA mode to split, and then now I can play notes and then have the noise come through on the notes as well. And of course the noise follows the envelope settings on the Matriarch as well. that's already kind of cool. If it's too much noise, you can always adjust the volume on the source. Yeah. Let's just play a little bit and see what we get into. It almost sounds like I'm just checking the mic at that point on the noise. So you can use tape, plus it looks cool. But let's use something that's a little more practical since not everybody has a tape player or something like that. Let's use an iPad. I like using an app called Dark Noise. It has a lot of different like sort of ambient noise sources. And sometimes I'll just put it on just to have an ambient noise going on in the room. There's a lot of interesting ones, and you can also combine your sounds into one sort of custom ambient sound. So I have one pulled up here called Frog Rain that I've made. It's a combination of rain, like light rain with sort of frogs, like spring peepers, and a little bit of like rain on like tint noise, like that when rain hits a canvas surface. So a little bit of that mixed in. So let me put the Matriarch back on drone and we can hear that sound clean. Of course, we can mess with this sound. Let's try doing something with like a short attack and maybe a short release on the Matriarch. Maybe we'll do like, let's do some square waves. Yeah, let's see what we get into. Let's do some arpeggios. Mess with some of the filter options. Let's try a different filter. Cool. Yeah. Let's try another noise source. Let's do like, I don't know, maybe train station? Let's see what that one's all about. Some of these can have a pretty severe low end too, so if you can cut out some of that low end, sometimes they work a little better. Let's go back to, let's try a sawtooth. Let's do a triangle. This one's a little loud, so I'm gonna turn down the mix. Switch up the wave again. Maybe I did one sawtooth. Let's try some other stuff, maybe a couple more. Let's just do birds. Let's go with birds. It's almost like you're doing a duet with birds. It's just coming out of the iPad. I mean, you can use a phone. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do something crazy. They have snoring on here. Let's see what we can get into with snoring. Let's do a sawtooth wave on snoring. Turned it up a little bit from the source. It's a little cooler than I thought it was going to be. See you next time.